later they decide to buy it, they just go to the website because they know who you are, but you can't point to the ad and you're like, the ad didn't work.
Gary, thanks for having us. You've been a huge inspiration to how we built VIA. We've listened to a ton of your 4D, so it's an honor to be here.
Humbled.
I'd love to give you just a bit of a lay
go.
of land so you have more context, but we launched last year. I think the first year was us really figuring out, do we have product market fit, does
Sure.
this resonate? We've hit that. We're a mid-six-figure business right now. We're profitable. We're reinvesting every dollar in, so we're barely profitable.
For customer acquisition?
No, we have not done any paid marketing, no paid.
All word of mouth.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's kind of how we built the business, in case you want to share more about
Makes sense.
content.
Yeah, we both heard one of your podcasts one night, and then the next day decided we're doubling down on content. So we're doing about 3 to 4 pieces of content per social platform. We have a newsletter and we're for Instagram.
That I understand. 3 or 4 per platform per week? Day?
Per day.
Mm-hmm. So how many, what total per day?
Like
12 to 15.
Love you.
yeah, 20.
So pumped with you.
Yeah, and then we
And it's working?
Oh, it's been
so
wonderful.
well.
Did everybody hear that?
Yeah.
3 times a week? Go ahead.
I mean, 3 times a day.
There we go, my man. Progress.
We're doing a little bit of influencer marketing in the beginning, and then we decided to double down on our own content.
Yes.
It's working way better.
Yes.
So it's been fun.
You know how like I always tell people in this one, they're always like, Gary, why is that? I'm like, you know how we all love children? Like children, we universally all agree, like we love this 7-year-old. We love our children more.
Yeah.
An influencer can only love your product so much compared to you.
Totally. Yeah, so newsletter, about to start a podcast, which we'll probably put on YouTube, and we're trying to decide all of that right now.
You want to talk about that for half a sec? Because it's super important. I think you'll do well.
Yeah, we started to record content. We're trying to decide. We're interviewing a lot of experts, but we also want to do our own original content. So we started recording, but we haven't figured it out exactly.
When you say your own original content, just you guys on the show?
Just us.
Yeah, so I would do both in one show. Let me tell you how to figure it out. Back to and versus or, think in segments. I think the show should start with 5 to 7 minutes of you guys. Think about Regis and Kelly. Like they like banter in the morning, like blah, 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 blah. Guess, close the show. So I think the way you should do it is do 6, 7, 8 minutes of you guys, 30 minutes with the guest, 6, 7 minutes of you guys to close out. Maybe that one has like a little segment or a little game or hot take, or you do something with each other or like for name association or whatever, and then you're done. And then you have the post-production for all of it. Segments.
Yeah. And the way we're thinking about it, so YouTube for sure, and I have a podcast, I've been doing it for like 2.5 years weekly, personal, just passion of mine that gives me energy. And,
Love that.
Thank you. And we had some help interviews there and we saw it really works. We now want to double down on YouTube. I guess for us, like, I don't know if I'm being too conservative with our marketing dollars. We have not spent anything. Like, what do you think, how do you think we should prioritize?
Well, you can't get more conservative than 0.
I know. I probably need some help. And should we be spending, where should we be focusing on marketing? I mean, doubling down on YouTube, like that makes sense.
When you guys tell me a good war story of a piece of organic content that went viral. Go.
Which one were you gonna say? We have a few, but one on Instagram, it was like over 1 million. It was this like mocktail that we did.
You should take that video and run ads against target audiences. Because the algorithm, aka the human beings, everyone's like, Mark Zuckerberg, China, it's fucking humans responding to shit. These platforms are very simple. They just want people to stay on it for as long as possible so they can run ads. So they're not like Zucks isn't pushing propaganda of like you loving VR. They're just fucking math. And so for you, that mocktail should be turned into an ad.
Even if it's not like, because we do a lot of education, so even if it's not our specific product, it's a healthy, hormone-friendly.
Correct. It's giving people awareness to your brand. It might not be sales-oriented. Like you might run $1,000 against it and get no sales, and you'll be like, fucking Gary. But meanwhile, what I know is that you did get sales, you can't attribute it to it. So now people feel fond towards you. 3 weeks later, they decide to buy it. They just go to the website because they know who you are, but you can't point to the ad and you're like, the ad didn't work. Well, the ad's definitely going to work because it already went viral. People are interested. I'm incredibly bullish on everybody here running ads after it succeeded on organic. That's something that we haven't lived in for a long time because it's not how the platforms worked. So we have it way better than we did the last 10 years. We have to guess and run money or run micro money, see if it worked, and then poured fluid on it. Now the algorithm does a better indicator if it's gonna work than even our micro ad spends. So like to me, if you're gonna test some stuff, test it on the things that go viral on your 12 a day.
Okay, got it.
Yes, at some point, the holy grail for DTC businesses is to find scalable math that works in CAC and LTV. The problem is most of them aren't actually working profitably. They're using VC money to subsidize their underwater CAC and LTV. And then there's eventually a funny game of chicken of can you sell it before your math runs out, which is a fucking challenging game. And one that I don't like to play because it's like a fake business. See how the B guy got going? Because he knows that's what he sees every day, right? They're on the other side trying to decide, is this sustainable or is this a moment in time, and da-da-da. Keep going.
Yeah, and I mean, one thing that we're not doing right now, we're doing 3 to 4 pieces of content, but we're using that same content on different platforms, and that's gotten us to where we are. So what do you?
Are you changing the copy?
We are.
Good.
Well,
so you'll take the same video, yeah. So like that's a quick hack that can really help a lot of people here. It's the same video, but the copy's different because the audience is different on TikTok than it is on LinkedIn, than it is on Twitter. So something to think about, just copy changes or just slight little edit changes can matter.
Yeah, we've been doing it a little bit for YouTube, like the things that people search on.
Shorts?
On the shorts. Yeah.
And what are you seeing?
A
Ish.
little bit, some traction, but I think we're also gathering, we're talking to Joe, maybe making content exclusively for YouTube.
Look, even I have a repurposing model with context, but like there is no comparison when you can make for a platform, because when I'm saying hey TikTok versus hey everyone, there's a noticeable difference. It just, you know, I'm running a ton of businesses, so it's hard for me, so I get it, but it's real, but the copy for sure. Don't mail that in because it doesn't take a lot of time. You know, like there's certain things that you can mail in, AKA like you just don't have the time or resources, energy. But the copy, that's mundane. Like yes, I know it's easier to control C and control V, but like thinking like this person's on Instagram versus this person's on TikTok matters.
Copy in the description and title if you have it on the content.
Yeah, if you're in the editing mode and you can change the title, like titles, the thumbnail and titles. I mean, I don't know if you saw the viral video of Mr. Beast. Like he spends hundreds of thousands of dollars on the thumbnail. Now he's playing at the single highest level, but I understand. I'm spending millions of dollars on a team that is doing the same thing in theory.
Yeah.
It's actually scary how much the title and the thumbnail works, which is why if you have a piece of content, keep this in mind, that you really like, you just feel good about it, and you post it and didn't go, retitle it, change the preview screen, change the copy, go again 3 months later, 6 weeks later, 4 weeks later.
Well, I feel like we have a product that, I mean,
How much is it?
It's 45, so we have a 1 month bundle, because you take it daily, it's a daily thing to support your hormones. So it's 55 for 1 month, and then you can get 3 months, which drops it down to 45 a month.
And there's no 1 year?
We don't have a 1 year.
Why?
No reason we should be doing that for 1 year.
What I like about 1 year is people forget to unsubscribe and like things of that nature, and like, you know, like it's definitely worth debating. You have longer tail, you know, to get somebody to re-up at month 4 versus the amount of people that forget or are passive or neutral or apathetic to it for 1 year is a lot of money.
That's interesting,
How big is your drop off after 3 months?
The average right now for our users is 4.8 months that they're with us.
Yeah, I literally think if you go to 12 months instead of 3 months, that number would be 9.7 months.
And if you're ever gonna go raise money, they're gonna want to steal on it.
Yeah, they're gonna be scared shitless of that if you're gonna raise capital.
Yeah.
It's just too expensive to re-engage.
Yeah.
What are you doing with your lapsed users? I got something really good for you. I got a real good one for you. Ready?
Yeah.
I think that you should call on speakerphone every single person who's no longer subscribed and once was for 3 months. I think you should videotape the interaction of you saying thank you, not try to sell them to re-up, but just to build a relationship around the content. And when you have successful conversions, you ask them if they will allow you to put out the video of this successful reconversion. I think there's something there.
That's interesting. That'd be fun to do.
Well, first of all, the reason you should do it is market research.
Yeah.
I'm adding content creation and reactivation of business. And I think you're small enough still where you could just grind that.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, we are all about radical customer support. Like,
Yeah, so calling, literally calling and saying, we just want to thank you for ever being on our service, and just hopefully it brought you some value, and hope it sprung you into action theoretically, whether, we're obviously aware that you're no longer using us, but I hope it's sprung you into a better you. Thank you. So I used to do this quite a bit for Wine Library. The most fun part of the phone call is when you're done just doing love and good, and there's this awkward 3-second pause because they're waiting for you to give them an offer to reactivate, but you don't.
Yeah.
Try it. Even if you don't record it, which is probably the biggest friction of everything I just told you, I think the market research you'll get to why people unsubscribed. Like by the 19th call, if they all said the berries were the problem, you're like, oh fuck, should we even have berries? Like it's real market research.
All right, another invaluable video by Gary V. Deanna, you first.
That was good.
That was some
That was good.
insane information. First off, when he told her, there was something that he told her at the very beginning, and she just completely just wiped over it. I didn't write it down, but he was saying there was something about the dang it.
Oh, that's good. Let's find out.
Do we have product market fit? Does
Sure.
this resonate? We've hit that. We're a mid 6-figure business right now. We're
Just tell me when to
profitable.
stop.
We're reinvesting every dollar in, so we're barely profitable.
For customer acquisition,
No, we have not done any paid marketing, no paid.
all word of mouth.
Yeah.
Yep,
So that's kind of how we built the business, and kids want to share more about
makes sense.
that.
Yeah, we both heard one of your podcasts one night, and then the next day decided we're doubling down on content. So we're doing about 3 to 4 pieces of content per social platform. We have a newsletter and we're for Instagram.
That I understand. 3 or 4 per platform per week, day?
Per day.
So what total per day?
Six.
12 to 15.
Love you.
Yeah, 20.
So pumped with you.
Yeah, and then we do.
And it's working?
Oh, it's been
so
wonderful.
well.
Did everybody hear that?
Yeah.
3 times a week? Go ahead.
I mean, 3 times a day.
There we go, my man. Progress.
We're doing a little bit of influencer marketing in the beginning, and then we decided to double down on our own content.
Yes.
It's working way better.
Yes.
So it's been fun.
You know how like I always tell people in this one, they're always like, Gary, why is that? I'm like, you know how we all love children? Like children, we universally all agree, like we love this 7-year-old. We love our children more.
Yeah.
An influencer can only love your product so much compared to you.
Totally.
That part right there.
Yeah, so
All right.
That part right there, when he said an influencer can only love your stuff as much as you do. I'm like paraphrasing B. And what I took, and then she just kept talking. I'm like, wait, she didn't catch that. Maybe she did. But what I got from that was you can't solely depend on someone else to love your stuff as much as you do, if not more. So you need to also be out there showing everyone how much you love your stuff.
Way more.
Okay, see?
Of course, y'all don't do that. We're gonna talk. I played the video for a reason. Today's topic, I just serve you to do a part 2, but it's kind of picking up what I left off a different awareness of your brand that serves you. So awareness of your brand that serves you. All righty. Now, let me just give an update. I know some stuff for Phil and Susan, which I'm almost done. That was a big project in itself, way bigger than I thought. We're not going to be on with Janice long. Down, there's no reason to be. And then I know Jerome's like Friday, and then I sent you a message about law. So just knock all those out the way. Okay. Awareness of your brand that serves you. And all of this can be done with AI, and I'm sure AI is going to come up. That particular video by Gary Vee was 10 minutes of business marketing and strategy. I just put it in the chat, Grace, if you want to put it in official notes. I'm not, please go like and subscribe Gary Vee's page. And I haven't actually listened to him in a while because I've been so busy. And that was like one of the first videos that popped up. And I was like, oh man, and it was like 3 weeks ago too. And I was like, man, what a great video. I can't wait to work it in one day because it was so powerful, packed in just 3 minutes. So we got a lot of issues. And I'm going to finish telling you everything I'm doing. And I'm going to start with the written word. But before we get to the written word, I think the first thing we need to admit to ourselves is you may not be doing what could be done for your business the way you should be. Okay, the way you should be. Now I need to, I saw Chef J here earlier. If she sent her a text, Grace, if she comes back, because I was gonna have her tell you about the menu for WonderCon, but anyway, if she comes back, are you working hard on your brand? Yep. No, you are. You're doing a bunch of stuff in secret and silence. Yes, that's like everybody here, right? Of course. The problem with that is I'm searching a myriad of ways to say this gently. The problem with that is you're going to continue, or you're more susceptible in blaming external circumstances of why you are not doing things publicly. So let's take Grace, for example. Let's say I'm doing something for Grace. Grace is going to tell me, well, she's going to say it in her head. She's not going to tell me, and how she deserves to be whatever she thinks she deserves. And then she's going to use me as an excuse as I'm taking too long to continue to work hard in silence and blah, blah, blah. And nothing wrong with this stuff. But I had to tell Deanna something yesterday that could have been real, could not have been real. I don't know. But I was like, be careful. That's not your sabotager. Be very careful. I don't know if it was, but she's supposed to be working on her brand, but she was working on my brand. So I don't want to listen now. See, I'm trying to do this as gently as possible. I didn't say that she wasn't doing the right thing. I don't know if she was doing the right thing because there are no mistakes and whatever she's doing is right. But I must tell you, and I told her, I do that. See, I won't work on stuff and I'll be like, okay, let me just work on the company. Let me just work on filling suits. I'll do that because unbeknown to me, something I'm working on has hit something in me that's causing me to stall. And so since I'm so sophisticated, Grace, I don't blame external circumstances. No, that's too easy.
Yeah.
That's what the normal person does. But remember, your sabotager is as equally aware and sophisticated and strategic as you are. So I don't blame external circumstances. I look out and I go, okay, let's not let this person down. Okay, it's real sneaky, or let's make sure we have this paid or something. So be careful, because the first thing Gary Vee said was, oh, good for you for posting 12 times a day, which comes back to the thing. Most of us did not hear Gary Vee say, good for you for posting 12 times a day. And then he, kind of joshed at the guy for 3 times a week. And they're like, well, I meant 3 times a day. Growth, good job. Progress is what he said, progress. You really should be posting 12 times a day. Yeah, you really should be posting 12 times a day. And I know it's hard. I know it's difficult. But so what? Like, there's no, I can't, like, Grace, if you're not posting 12 times a day, you're blaming something externally for not posting 12 times a day. Oh, if this was ready, if that was ready. When it is so easy for you to go, hey, everybody, got a book coming out. It's in the editing stage right now. And here's a principle from the book. I want to talk about that. And then there's a freaking video. It's not hard.
Hey, Bishop.
Yes, sir.
Greetings, sir.
Greetings.
You were pulling into our driveway, sir.
Oh, good. Because in fact, I'm going to show y'all why I'm doing this and get ready to talk. But I'm going to show you. This is my little shorthand notes right there. With my little shorthand notes that I'm telling myself, don't forget to talk about this. And I know I want to talk about all this in the chat. I know there's the title, Grace, or witness of your brand that serves you, and everything under that is what I'm going to go over that I'm doing. So I'm not on a rant. I just know this is so hot fire that if I didn't show Gary Vee and say what I'm saying right now, you're going to miss all this. And a lot of this top secret information. So Grace, that's the full notes for this meeting. This is shorthand. It don't make no sense. It makes sense to me, though. That make absolutely no sense. They absolutely make sense to me.
I just figured they were subtitles, and I was gonna put them on. And then when you talked about them,
they probably are subtitles. You can use them as subtitles. Okay, go ahead, Prophet Junior. Just know I'm on subject.
So, greetings, Bishop. How you doing?
I'm swell, sir.
So, we're in the process of working on sacred spaces. So. Great. Renee, I did chapter 1 and 2. I think Renee did 2.
Yeah.
I'm doing some of 2, and she's almost on 3, right?
Yes.
So should we go to Facebook and TikTok and mess what's Instagram? What's the other one?
Oh, Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram. So should we go to those 3 places now and talk about it? So it's
absolutely. Absolutely.
That's pre-sale, right? That's really pre-sale.
Yes, because okay, so I'm so excited about this question. I can choke y'all or hug y'all. I'm not sure which one. I'm not sure.
Just hug. Please don't choke. I want to live in choke.
Whatever it is, it's affectionate. Whatever it is, right?
Oh, that works.
I'm so excited about this question because it lets me say, Grace, you got to build an audience. Why would you wait until your product is out to build an audience?
See, that's what I was. See, that's what I was thinking. Wait till.
No, we can't wait.
No,
we gotta be like that. We can't stop.
No,
stop.
It's like waiting until you're about to have sex to freshen up.
Yes.
Or you could have just freshened up all day. Like it's kind of up to you, you know, what kind of hygiene you want to have. You know, you could have been doing it all year except for that one moment. It's up to you, Grace, but you have to be ready already. Like you need to be building a hygienic audience for some significant other want to come touch you. Your neck can't be all salty. You get in the bath, Grace. It's the truth, though. You can't wait. You know, you don't get none for 3 years, and I'm gonna take a bath now. No. And it's the same idea, though. It truly is. It's the same idea. You should be talking about sacred spaces because you want to build a specific audience for that book.
Right. And it's not like I was talking to one of your professional persons yesterday, and I told them, I said, even though, you know, of course, my background is Christian, but you're bringing me out of Christian. You bring me out to see the light.
I do that. My bad.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is with this book, I don't want it just to be apostolic, Pentecostal.
It's bigger than that.
I don't want it just to be a black, and I don't mean to put this out there like that, but it's basically what it is. I don't want it to be a black thing. I want it to be a
love thing, marriage thing.
Yes. A marriage thing that people can say, hey, these people, they got sacred spaces, even though they're handicapped or they're in their child, whatever the book is going to say, and them chapters in them. Oh man, I love those scriptures. but
yeah.
I'm a scripture person anyway.
Mhm.
But that's the goal, is to want to reach out to people and say, hey, this is not a Pentecostal thing, an apostolic thing. This is a love thing, and this is what the universe is calling for. Not God, not Source, not Allah, not Buddha, but you
love.
get what I'm
But
saying.
love, yeah, no doubt. So let's open up. Deanna, unmute your mic. You're gonna help me out here. I'm gonna bring in artificial intelligence and Deanna Marie. Not sure which one is smarter. They're both equally smart. Well, Deanna,
Yes.
they have a book that has sections.
Mm-hmm.
You would copy and paste a section
Mm-mm.
into ChatGPT. Okay, you would copy and paste what?
A paragraph.
All right, she would copy and paste a paragraph into ChatGPT and do what?
And I would ask ChatGPT for blog titles, for like 10 blog titles, 10 podcast episode titles, 10 YouTube video titles.
All right then. So did y'all get that? Say it one more time so they can stick it in their head.
10 podcast titles.
And blog titles.
10 blog titles.
Mm-hmm.
And 10 YouTube video titles. Because those YouTube videos, you can go live on your social media and then download it from your social media and upload it to your YouTube.
Make sure that's in the notes, Grace. Ask ChatGPT for 10 blog, like put that as a full sentence in the notes. So because that's brilliant. Deanna, hold on before anybody else goes. Deanna, you would take that same paragraph. What would you do about quotes?
Oh, darn it. I never forgot something. I would ask for 10 quotes. First, I would ask for 10 quotes for this section, but then I would also change up I learned this one from Antonio. I would change up what's the thingy that we give ChatGPT? The command that I type in for ChatGPT, I would tell them in the voice of such and such and such and such and such and such, without using the name such and such and such and such and such. Give me 10 quotes from this, because it's going to give you 2 separate quotes. It's going to give you quotes just based on the words. But then if you tell it to do it in the voice of somebody, then it's going to pull quotes from that paragraph in that tone. So like I use Lisa Nichols. So the quotes that would come from mine would have that koala softness to it, of big hugs and teddy bears and rainbows when I ask for quotes. So I have 2 separate types of quotes. I have quotes like straight from the book, and then I have like the rainbow and sunshine and unicorns quotes.
Okay. So quick question. Like when we went over chapter 1 together, we put down things that we liked. Yeah. I think Renee still has that I do. That notebook. We put down things we liked. So I mean, we love the whole book so far, and we haven't even got the whole book. But what I'm saying is the chapter that there's different things in those paragraphs that set out to us. So should I have Renee put that in ChatGPT?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Grace, inside the chat, Grace is putting those in official. Those are the prompts that you're going to use. I did it while Deanna was talking. In the voice and writing style of T.D. Jakes, please give me 10 quotes inspired by this paragraph. In the voice and writing style of David Jeremiah. In the voice and writing style of Lisa Nichols, or whatever, right? You change it. You change it up on your own. And then you go, please give me 10 quotes based on this paragraph. You want 10, they're not generic, but you're squeezing out 20 quotes out of a paragraph. So just from artificial intelligence, I don't know if I'm about to get Trinace real quick. Y'all stay unmuted. I just know Trinace is at work. That's 10 blog titles, 10 podcast titles. That's 10 YouTube titles and 20 quotes from a paragraph.
Ooh.
Okay, Deanna has something. Hold on, hold it real quick. Then don't forget, please.
I won't forget.
Trinace, Go ahead, Trinae. She's not working. I know she, she got a duck under a dresser.
Okay, so I did for my book, I did 25 motivational quotes. I'm gonna go back and do 25 inspirational quotes. And then I know this person, she sent how you can use ChatGPT and they'll create it in your voice. But the way to do, yep, you can, there's a phrase that you can use and put your content and it'll write in your voice those quotes and things.
Absolutely.
So I've been doing that little by little in between my conference stuff. But once this conference stuff is over, we going full on because I'm gonna pre-sell them books during the conference.
Right. Of course. So let me piggyback right there. If you want to capture your own writing style and you have written the book, take 2 paragraphs, 3 paragraphs, and you're going to put below is my writing style. You can put your name. My name is Bertha Hancock. Please analyze my writing style below and give me an expanded prompt for me to use for you to write in this style consistently. Please capture everything possible to use everything possible so I can have a really good prompt that I can use consistently. You are welcome.
So, quick question.
Thank you.
Quick question. So,
Grace, make sure that it's in there and title that "Get Your Own Writing Style Command." Yes, sir. Get ready, Gavin.
How long should I do the videos? Because I mean,
long enough to get attention and long enough to convert.
Okay, so you ain't worried about how many people they get on right when you get live.
Nope. Only and don't stall either. We're just gonna wait for people to get on here. No, because the problem with that is more people. The problem with that is more people are going to watch Adonia's replay than Adonia's live. So now I don't watch Adonia's replay, but I got to wait 3 minutes for her to even get to a little bit of a point because she's just sitting there stalling with her little freckles, and all that stuff. You get it? Don't do that.
Okay, so basically, like you did yesterday when you was talking about capital and stuff, and I saw the video again last night.
Exactly.
So basically, I'm just getting on there and talking at least 5-10 minutes, telling what I'm telling, and then get off, and then bye-bye.
Right, because you're always Phil is always talking for the replay, whether you are conscious of that or not. More people are going to see the replay. This is about the replay. It's not about who's live. Our minds tell us to pay attention to what's in front of us. Respectively, that's a good thing. But please know that 90% more people are going to look at the replay. And that is far more helpful to you because it makes you think about it. If you know people are going to replay, you're going to get to the point straight up. You're going to do a little verbal roadmap and say, I'm going to talk about these 6 things first. Boom, 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 boom. Let's break them down. You get it? Plus, in that Gary V, if we go to Gary V, made a big stink, and I'm glad he did, about
is that you did get.
Here's his video. Forget the video. Look, stop playing with these captions. Stop playing with the copy. Here's the main takeaways. He gave you the post. This is the main takeaways. So even if you don't watch the full video, the seed is now planted in your head. He is a resource. So now you go, I got to subscribe. Okay. Some of y'all will get it. Stop playing with your captions. Stop playing with your copy. Your copy is a real big deal. It's not only is it a big deal, if you go to the world of podcasts, and there's a gazillion podcasts out there now, I am now judging your podcast by the show notes, the copy, because the good podcasts spend that time. The bad ones do not. All right, go ahead, Profiteer. And then, Deanna, you still got to bring up your thing you got excited about.
Okay. Just one more quick question, then I'm done.
No, I don't need none of them to be quick. You go, because I came here for this conversation.
I'm thinking in my head and meditating in my head, right? And I was talking to Renee. So I'm not trying to say that she's more important than me, but what I'm gonna say, well, which she is. No doubt of that, no matter of fact. She
keep you alive longer. Knowing that your wife is more important to keep you alive longer.
Yeah, exactly. But what I'm getting at is she has more, I think, TikTok followers, more everybody followers than I do. So should it just go ahead?
What? I'm not saying that.
Oh, I thought you were about to say something.
I'm just looking at you.
So should it be on her platform or my platform?
This is another great question. You can do both, but you'll see. I'll show you. So what ends up happening is stupid.
Is that Stephen A?
Yeah, because you know he joined.
They're getting ready to,
Yeah. What is Mello and Chase thing? Anyway, let me see. Okay, that's Mello. Anyway, I was trying to show you. A lot of couples are combine a page. They have the individual pages and they have a page. You can do that. Some couples, since the guy was already big or the girl was already big, they'll just kind of change the main page to a couples page. The answer to the question is you can do what you want. If you are attempting to go big, go hard the first time or immediately, then you may want to consider combining or like making one joint page. You may want to consider that, especially if, like, let's say you got 5,000 followers and you actually have, they actually follow you. You can tell them to go join this page real quick. We'll still be posting, but we want to combine on this page. So anything like that, you can do. The truth is, it doesn't matter. In my case, I don't do that. Deanna doesn't do that, because if I even tried to do that, I'd get in trouble. She different. I'll get in trouble. So I ain't gonna do that. You understand?
Right.
I'm not gonna do that.
That's smart.
So there's many options to get this done. Many options. My job, Janice, is to silently support until I'm supposed to talk. And I'm always supposed to know when to talk, because I'm supposed to read minds. That's my job. This is my job, which that's how it works. That's how it works. So then you be like the humor consultants and you have one joint page with 2 pages, with individual pages. It doesn't matter really. And I don't mean to muddy the water, but decide which one and do it today is my answer.
Okay.
There you go. Decide which one to do it today.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
No doubt.
We do have TikTok, like Renee and Jay.
Yeah, we do have that, but of course we don't have our followers up so we can go live. But I can go live on Queen Reliable Renee.
Yeah.
So all right, but we're good. Thank you.
So show my face.
Yeah.
But I'm showing my face on her Queen Reliable live page, though, right?
Of
course.
On yours.
If it works for you, of course, and if it doesn't work, then stop doing it.
There we go.
Okay. I got you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. All right, Deanna, give us that hot idea or comment or suggestion.
Okay, I remember now. So what you do is you do the same thing for so with your book, it would be great if you had like a journaling book to go along with that. So what you do is you use the same, you pull you use the same like prompt. That's the word I've been looking for. You use the same prompt and you ask them to pull 10 journal prompts from this paragraph. Prophet Jerry. Then you go per section. So now you're broadening it out more because and the reason you're broadening it out more is because you want ChatGPT to have more information. So you take the whole section and you put that into ChatGPT and you ask it to write you 10 in the voice of, or using this information below. This is my voice below. Using the information below, give me 10 meditation titles, and then you go back and then you use the same section and you ask and you tell ChatGPT, using this title and the information below, write me a 5-minute meditation for this section. And so now you have 10 meditations per section.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. So good.
Yeah, it was.
Wow. That's powerful that you went there, because in the conversation yesterday after the meeting, Renee, I was asked a question about broken bones but not a broken soul, but Renee was like, why not do like a workbook for
sacred spaces.
Sacred space. I'm sorry. I'm getting excited. That's why I'm getting tongue tied about it.
Good.
Anyway, sacred spaces. So we were just talking about this yesterday. So I'm the universe. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank you.
And I'm giving myself a pat on the back because I'm like, oh, you just confirmed it. Yeah.
But I love it. Yeah, and that's what y'all need to do. Okay, keep it up. Do exactly what you're doing. Stay excited. Put your face on camera. All that stuff. Grace.
Just real quick, when you were talking about show notes, wanted to give a shout out to Crazy Weird News because they put show notes now. Okay, it's doing what you're talking about in the show. It's really good. I like it. So.
There you go. There you go. There you go. And especially if you're using, like, say, if you're looking on the internet and you're going, "Ooh, here's something we want to talk about." Copy and paste and say, "Hey, ChatGPT, give me some show notes for this." And then you can even give me some show notes for this for social media. Use emojis, and then it'll put emojis in there for you. Like, this is, you can't. Never in any history of any sales could you not take the copy seriously, the sales copy. But now you don't need to read all the books men feel read and take all the classes. Just use artificial intelligence at this point. You don't even need to learn. You just, hey, write me a persuasive sales copy with empathy. Write me a persuasive sales copy with a strong call to action. Hey, ChatGPT, please write me a sales copy that creates fear of missing out, uses empathy, but has a strong call to action. We can do this all day. You just use these certain words and then it will do that. It will do that. And if you can't do that, go download Antonio's ChatGPT Prodigy book. It's free now, and it's all there. It's literally all there. It's all there. Okay, that was 47 minutes of comments just from Gary Vee's video. All right, we got 48 coming. Go ahead, Deanna.
For those of you who want to, I lost my train of thought. It was about,
you're actively listening.
It was about, dang it, it was a good one too.
I was talking about sales copy and make sure it stays straight, and you can't sleep on it.
It wasn't about sales copy. It was something prior to sales copy.
You were talking about using 5-minute meditations getting 5 minutations, extracting them from paragraph? Okay, well, it'll come back when it comes back. When it comes back, let me know. When it comes back, let me know. Okie dokie. Well, so Chef, okay, Grace and then Chef J. So she's here. Chef J, if you can cut on your camera, that'll be a lot easier when you talk about the food for Brandon. But if not, it's your brand, so do with thy will. Grace.
I like the part towards the end where Gary Vee was telling the young lady, "Hey, go back to the people who had 3 month subscriptions and canceled, and call them and just say thank you, because they waiting for you to tell them to re-up, but don't." So I like that. That was really good.
Absolutely. I like that too. And to be honest with you, that's what Phil did during the pandemic when it first started. And then all sorts of business came out of that. Hey, just talking to you, just your inside all day. I know you by the phone. Can't nobody go nowhere. So how's it going? So there's that, right? Okay. I started this conversation off by saying, try not to user sabotage to have these external things. Everything takes too long. There is nothing on the planet that you wanted that did not take too long. I have no human experience about anything that I truly wanted that didn't take too long. This is why we make up the same, but it was always on time. No, it took too long. I wanted it then. It's always too long. Everything takes too long when you want it. Time, that's why time is relative. As long as you're paying attention to it, it takes too long to get here. Such is time. That's Einstein genuinely has a scientific formula for this. If you're paying attention to it, it takes too long. It's like, what's watching paint dry, grass grow, water boil. We have cliches for these things. Everything takes too long when you want it badly. Everything does. So I talked to Chef J last night and I was like, hey, tell us about the menu, and there's a reason why. So Chef J, are you available?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I want you all to know that I told her, she's like, what's the menu? I was like, you making up the menu. I'm not making up the menu. So she has zero information from me, but 3 meals: meat people, vegan people, pescatarian people. That's it. That's all. Do you got any more information from that than me, Chef J? Any more information?
As far as what?
Anything. Did I tell you anything else?
Oh, no.
Okay. So if she says something brilliant, y'all can give her minimal information and it's going to be brilliant. Y'all get it? Now, if she fail, it's her fault. So I'm just joking. Go ahead, Chef J.
So what will be on the menu? It will be, hold on, I gotta pull it up. So it will be a Cajun stuffed chicken breast, perfectly complemented by a velvety Chardonnay wine sauce. It'll be a honey-infused chipotle garlic cauliflower, blueberry barbecue glazed salmon. Each entree will be served with a crispy asparagus and whipped buttery potatoes. Garlic Parmesan dinner rolls will be accompanied with the meal as well. As far as for dessert, it will be strawberry shortcake shooters and peach cobbler shooters.
Y'all don't know when to shout. Y'all not gonna clap or something in this place.
No, I've been shouting. My soul has been like over here.
Take all my money right now. Take all my money right now. Okay?
All she knows is I wanted the food to be an experience. That's all she knows. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago, that it needed to make a statement. She understood that. If we asked last night, well, what you want on your menu? Carol, first off, I don't go to experts and tell experts what I want.
If that ain't an expertly put together menu, my God.
Yeah, it would have been chicken and potatoes if I said something. I have never said velvet red sauce in my life. Didn't even know velvet red sauce was together. Or a shooter. A shooter to me means a shooter.
Chardonnay sauce?
Well, whatever she see, the mere fact I can't even repeat it.
Look, yes, it's the Chardonnay sauce.
You.
It's a wine sauce.
I know red sauce.
It'd have been pork chops and macaroni. Fooling around with me. Okay, go ahead, Grace.
You're gonna make me See, we got to choose between the three choices that you said with the veg, with
Yes,
the vegan meat.
absolutely.
She gonna make me be
Absolutely.
greedy and choose two of them. The meat and the pescatarian. I'm like, I want salmon and chicken. What are you doing? I just
You know,
And did she say blueberry glazed salmon?
so I just want you to know that it's an
Yes,
experience.
blueberry barbecue.
It's an experience. It's an experience. Okay. Now, Chef Jay, do me a favor. Let's add 2 meals to that. So we're going to do 2 meals a day. And so you can go ahead and then do me a favor by the end of close of business today. If you can send over to me the menu, just in text message or email, however you want to do it, because I'm going to send it to Grace. And as we selling these tickets, we're going to mention this cold menu you got there. And we're going to mention your company name too. We're going to mention your company name. Every sales call, we're going to mention your company name. We're going to brand you well.
I have a question.
Yep.
Chef Jay, do you have pictures? If you have made these before, do you have pictures of the plates?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, she got pictures of everything.
Can you please send those to me?
All right.
Yes.
So if you send up, so now let's make it an email now, because what Melissa's going to do is she's going to put it in her magazine that reaches millions of people. Let me help you out. Okay, I know now Chef Jay, she's been working all night.
Chef, the preview to the cookbook.
The reason why her camera off and she sound like she tired because she been working all night. She had a big old thing to do. So don't get it twisted. She is God of food. I mean, she's God of food.
Y'all better go look at her Instagram.
No doubt. No doubt. So I want you to know that this is intentional. So what she's going to do is she's going to send over the food in both pictures and written form, each meal. And then I know one of the days would be 3 meals, but whatever. We'll work all that out. Or maybe we repeat meals twice. Who cares? That's irrelevant. I had to give her more details about the VIP thing and blah, blah, blah. But for the most part, Grace and I are going to, Grace, give us an example of what you're going to do, just off the top of your head. You talking to me. And it's 5 days. You say, okay, and tell me, how long is the conference, Grace? And I say, you tell me it's what?
well, it's 5 days. It'll be 6 days if you're VIP, and we'll get into that a little later. But with the let me tell you something, because I always want to start with this menu, because I have a gentleman who is one of my mentors by the name of Phil Sorrentino says, you can, I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember exactly what he said, but he said, you can come back from a, Mr. Phil, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Let's write this down so we can say it in the conference.
Yeah.
Great food will overcome a bad program, but great program will never overcome bad food.
There you go. If we can write that down, if you can write that down, send that to him. We're gonna do that. And of course, she's gonna have a list. She's gonna have a menu, and then she's gonna say, "We got this, and this." Anything we can do to make the ticket price look like this. This is why we do this. This is why we do this. Okay, Deanna, and then I'm gonna get back to Chef Jay.
Can Mr. Phil repeat that so I can type it?
What, Grace, did you get it?
I put it in chat. I got it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
But no, repeat it again, Phil, just because, for people gonna listen to the podcast and be like, ooh, who is that smart guy?
Great food will overcome a bad program, but great program will never overcome bad food.
All right,
what are you focusing on?
What are you focusing on? Grace, adjust your quote a little bit. Chef Jay, come back to the microphone, please. Back to the microphone.
Yes.
How can they book your services? Do you just do Houston, or do you fly out to places? Is that what it is?
No, we travel. We have been to Michigan. We've been to Denver. So we travel.
There you go. Y'all got it? All right. That's good stuff. Yeah, put great food instead of good food, Grace. Great food and great program. Great food program. And this is me, Janice, giving her no information. Girl, I just need 3 menus. It's not that I was trying to withhold information. It's just I don't know the information. What? Y'all seen the Donia dress? Yeah, y'all seen the Donia dress? What I look like? Tell her fashion tips. I'm in black V-necks all day.
You might have some. You might have some. I think you. Yeah, you would be.
Oh
able
well,
to,
you know, yeah. When it's time for me to get up, yeah, I do that. You know, now that I know how to do. I do that. You get it. This is that thing we want to do. Thank you so much, Jay. That's the menu. Now you know it's the menu. Now you know this is a real deal program, and we're actually only looking for 100 people in attendance. Could be more, but we'll see. If the ticket sales go fast, then I'll be getting a bigger venue. Don't get it twisted. You know, I'll be getting a bigger venue. But right now, I think the venue sits. Yeah, it's 125.
I'm telling people you only got 100 in-person tickets.
That's it. I only got 100 in-person.
That whole FOMO deal, okay?
No, it's only 100. And I think it sits 125 comfortably because I need the media. I need the work. You know, the 25 extra is for people who won't be enjoying the conference, who would be working.
So there's only 99 tickets left now.
Only 99 tickets left because Janice got her ticket. Y'all clap for Janice. Sure did. That's right. Got 99 tickets. It's only 99 tickets left. There you go. Okie dokie. Speaking of, let me tell this for somebody. The ticket, the two things happened yesterday. So when the money comes and it goes to a separate account, entrepreneurs that has no card attached to it and nothing coming out of it. We know at entrepreneurs, all money is relevant. Who know what I'm talking about? When the bills come in, go and use that real quick. We'll replace it. No, don't do that. Do that not. Do that. Don't do that. But as entrepreneurs, as small business owners, this will we do now. So you know I'm being very relevant. And then Grace said something yesterday about something tickets or maybe it was Gianna. And I was like, well, since I'm not trying to live off this money, it's fine. I don't care what it was payment plans. That's what it was. It was the payment plans. That's what it was. And I was like, it's fine. It just has to be cut off at this date because things have to be paid. Well, things have to be paid, right? That's what it was. Okay. So you can make it easier for people if you're not trying to live off it today. Somebody will catch that later. All right. I'm gonna repost my little agenda here. Today we're talking about awareness of your brand that serves you. Now, Antonio is back producing massive blogs, a massive amount of blogs. I'm pumping out 4 to 8 a day. Why am I doing 4 to 8 blogs a day under my website? It's simple, Adonia, because I have a plan by the end of this year to have 300 different products in my shop. 300. It's real simple. In my shop, I want 300 different products. Let me show it to you. So right now, so I have two main, 300. And that's somewhere down there, it should say products to come. You see this, and this said products to come. Products to come. I want to talk about that in a second.
You're not sharing your screen.
No. It's in the chat. I put it in the chat. It's the second to last one. The products to come. So now, so I'll skip down the products to come right now. So right now, what I'm looking for is 300 different products here. 300 products. I'm looking for it. And if you, Grace, if you come here, you're going to see that I took this copy stuff extremely serious. Like you're not wondering what the book is about. I'm actually going to erase this because I don't want this to be the first thing you see. But here's a product title. Here's a product description. And then here's a longer one. You're not wondering. You're genuinely not wondering. With the third one, I actually got smarter. I was like, you know what I should do this time, Janice? I should let people know immediately. So here's the strategies for riches. I should let people know immediately what's in the book, not just what the book is about. So what I did, I started with the table of contents first. Table of contents. Since it costs $10, I started with table of contents. Because I know if you see one thing and you go, that's worth $10 right there, you'll get the whole book for one thing that you need.
Had to fight to get to this right here, because in that space right there, yeah. when I tell you just the excitement to see that, you have to press the button. You have to
You have
give
to.
information. You need blood.
Okay, you broke up a little bit, Elders, but we got the general picture. Look, I'm not really a fan of, I'm a fan of ebooks while not being a fan of ebooks. I'm a fan of ebooks because they're efficient, they don't cost too much money, you can hurry up and read them. I'm also a fan of ebooks because I could put real deal books out and just say, hey, get this digital copy of this book. I don't want you to think, Janice, that when you get an ebook from me, you're getting something that I put out as a lead magnet. No, you're getting my very best. Everybody hear me very well. What I'm doing is I'm pulling, so here's the front end. I'm pulling from the back end of the highest level products possible and then pushing them on the front end with high quality. We're gonna look at this table of contents one more again. Step-by-step guide to managing your daily finances, fueling your dreams, blah, blah, blah. Essential guide to real estate investment, and blah, blah, blah. Like genuinely, all this stuff. So how am I getting this stuff? Well, since I don't want to be in business, sales, and marketing no more, but I still have to talk about it. Plus, I still got tons of material. Plus, I still need to have lead magnets. Then they now shop materials for me. So I'm going to have a mixture. I'm telling you, by the end of the year, I'm going to have 3. I'll just skip down to the products to come real quick. I'm going to skip down to the products to come. That's what I want people to start paying attention, Grace. Grace, you see this products to come? You see it? Yes. So what I did was, remember, I got my own avatars, Lucas. You get it? And then right here. Here's 10 ways to boost your cash flow right now. This is coming out almost ASAP. Master sales funnel in 5 simple steps. So if you fit Lucas, you already are excited about both of those. Go ahead, Deanna.
Okay, because this is I'm so happy you did this. Give me 1 second. Okay, fine. Okay. No, I don't want it there. Okay, so when you went to get your products for Lucas,
Yep.
did you put it out?
Okay, I'll show you exactly what I did then. Would y'all like to? So I took you at the end of the story. You want to go? You want to see how I got here?
Yeah, like did you use the thesis and the characteristics of Lucas, like the thesis of of who you are and the characteristics, or did you just use the characteristics?
Very good question. Y'all are awake today. I thought y'all was gonna be asleep like y'all normally sleep. Y'all ain't playing no games. Y'all are awake today. Here is, oh, this is Lucas lead magnets. I'm not, see, this is more to come. See, I already did this one. So I scratched that off, Grace, but that's okay. We get off of that real quick. And then we go to.
Wait a minute, don't get off of that.
Well, you know, I don't want you all in my business, you know.
Wouldn't they be products? Wouldn't the lead magnets be products too?
Yes, no, those are more. So I'm about to show you. But we're first getting to the 25 data points of Lucas. And we get into the 25 data points of Lucas. I have 25. So let's start all the way over, and we're gonna get Olivia and Lucas to 75 apiece. Is that okay?
Yes. Okay. So 75 what? 75 products apiece?
Data points. I want data points first. I want data points first, and when I get the data points from there, I will then show you about the thesis, and I would then show you about blah, blah, blah. I'm going to show you how to build
I only
this
got
from scratch.
25 data points. I need some more data points.
Okay. Now, it's at this moment that I would advise you not to multitask. Oh, shoot.
Dang it. Okay, so when you say
Yeah, y'all ask questions to me.
not to multitask, so you mean do not get the data points while you're getting the data points?
No, at this moment, you should be listening to what I'm saying.
Gotcha. Okay, just had to.
Yes, at this moment, you should be
sit here
listening
and
to
get
what
my
I'm
data
saying. Yeah, you should be listening to what I'm saying at this moment. All right, let's ask some questions right quick. Y'all ask me questions about all this real quick while I renew my Chat GPT 4 subscription. I forgot it was yesterday and I had the wrong card on there.
Okay, everyone
Who
else.
is Lucas?
Huh?
Who is Lucas?
Okay, Deanna, see if you can explain that.
Okay, so when you are building your audience, you have a male audience and a female audience. So Lucas is Antonio's male audience. That's who his perfect male avatar is for his brand. And then Olivia is his perfect female avatar for his brand. So he knows, so he knows that all of his Lucases are Mr. Phil, Uncle Romy Rome, and Ron. And then all of his Olivias are me, you, Miss Susan, Grace, Miss Sandra, Chef J, iPhone. I know who the iPhone is. I just can't, the name is on the tip of my tongue. Trinace and Miss Adonia. We're his Olivias.
Okay, his avatars. Okay, gotcha.
Right, right.
So
So when I build products, I'm not building products. I am building very specific products to my target audience. And then from that, I'm extracting that specific product from my target audience, from this target specific person about this specific book or product. And I'm gonna make that make sense here in a hot second. Go ahead, Grace.
So your avatar changed because they were two totally different names. I can't remember their names, but they weren't Lucas and Olivia.
No, they weren't.
Well,
Okay.
You probably, or it could have been Deanna. Oh yeah, you're talking about from years ago. That my avatars. Oh yeah. Because those are education people.
Right. Okay.
Those are people who want to know about becoming a millionaire through business, sales, and marketing. These people are different, and I'll get to that and say yeah, these people are different. That's very good. Yeah, very good pickup because I've talked about it so much. Yeah, good job. Hold on, putting in my card information. Deanna.
Don't say it out loud.
No, I'm not gonna do that. No,
not that number. Not that number.
No, we're not gonna do
Nobody
that.
go those shopping sprees. That's my shopping spree money. Yes, sir.
Why is it doing that?
I don't know.
All right, show us your avatar real quick, Vaughn. Because
Okay.
I cannot for the life of me.
My avatars. Wait a minute. Yeah, I have Jonathan and Olivia. Let me share my screen.
I still don't get how to create my avatar though. I know you've been teaching on it, but I still didn't get it.
Okay, well, I'll go backwards. That is amazing. I won't do that.
So here is my guy avatar. His name is Jonathan Bennett. His average age of 35. He has a bachelor's degree in psychology. His occupation is a life coach. His personality type is INFP, introverted, intuitive, feeling, and perceiving. His spirituality is he's an open-minded seeker. His interests are meditation, mindfulness, and personal development. His emotional intelligence is high. He believes in the power of self-reflection and introspection. He has an appreciation for nature and its healing properties. He embraces vulnerability and encourages others to do the same. Jonathan values authenticity and inner growth. He seeks a deeper connection with a higher power or spiritual realm. He practices gratitude and self-compassion. He's emotionally supportive and empathetic towards others. He has interest in alternative healing modalities. He advocates for mental health awareness and well-being. He believes in the importance of self-love and self-acceptance. He strives for balance and harmony in all aspects of life. He values personal relationships and meaningful connections. He's open to exploring different philosophical and spiritual teachings. He enjoys journaling and self-reflection exercises. He appreciates art and creativity as a form of expression. He cultivates a growth mindset and embraces change. He values personal freedom and authenticity in relationships, and he engages in regular self-care practices to maintain his well-being. So everyone, I introduce you to Jonathan. Then there is Miss Olivia Morgan. Miss Olivia is 30. She has a master's degree in counseling psychology. Her occupation is she's a yoga instructor and mindfulness coach. Her personality type is INFJ, introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. On a spiritual level, spiritual but not religious. Her interests are yoga, meditation, self-reflection, holistic healing. She has a high emotional intelligence. She has a strong belief in the power of personal growth and transformation. Values self-care and holistic well-being. She strives for balance between mind, body, and spirit. She's passionate about helping others discover their true potential. She encourages self-acceptance and self-love. She practices mindfulness and presence in daily life. She advocates for mental health awareness and destigmatization. She's nurturing and compassionate towards others. She seeks a deeper connection with oneself and the universe. She values authenticity and embracing vulnerability. She has an appreciation for nature and its healing properties. She believes in the importance of setting intentions and manifesting desires. She's open to exploring different spiritual practices and teachings. She engages in regular self-reflection and journaling, and she finds inspiration in art and creative expression. She values deep, meaningful connections and relationships. She strives for personal growth and continuous learning, and she practices gratitude and cultivates a positive mindset. Everyone, I'd like to introduce you to Olivia Morgan. So those are my two peoples, Olivia and Jonathan.
Doing well. You're doing well. All right, let's see. I'm trying to fix this damn thing. Stupid. All right, so I'm gonna just have a set of two different sets. All right. Boom. Oh shoot, no. Where's the numbered thing? Format. Checklist. Hey, y'all can watch with me. Format. Numbered list. There we go. So now I got two different. Let me see if it changed. There we go.
Oh,
75.
okay. I was going. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to tell you, click on that the A's, and it'll be under there.
And it'll be under there. Okay, cool. So here's 75 here. So I have 75, and I will go back and explain how we got this here in a prompting second. In a prompting second, I'm about to do this here. Can you please do this here? Hold on. Bam. Can you please animate my female avatar? Blah, blah, blah. Bam. 50 more. All right. So while this is going in the background, I'll explain. There's a lot of different ways to get the target audience for your product. In my particular case, I've always favored psychographics over demographics. Partially because I come from little Galveston, Texas. Ain't no sense to me worry about demographics. Ain't nobody buying nothing down there in the first place. So I needed to kind of reach out and, go across things. But also, I've always built a brand, even though I didn't know I was doing that back then, because you didn't really call it building a brand in the 90s. I don't know what you called it, but it wasn't building a brand. It was doing business. I'm not sure what it was called in the 90s, but those psychographics are important. So Janice, if you have somebody buying something already, or if you know I want to look like this is the kind of products I want to put out, then No, why didn't you give me one more? And get more, please. Of course. Here's one more. Thank you so much. So nice of you. Okay, it gave me 49 instead of 50. Who wants 74 data points? We don't want that. We don't want that. That's boring. It's boring. So what happens is, Janice, if you start with your product first, you can then ask artificial intelligence. Of course, there's other ways to do this without artificial intelligence, but I'm giving you the artificial intelligence way, and say, who would be the target? What site can you give me 25 psychographic data points based on who would buy this product? And then you either analyze your product, and then boom, you'll get your data points from there. So pretty simple. That's how you do it. So if you got the description of your health book and all this copy from the website, you can do that, and then it will then analyze that and give it to you. That's the easiest way to do it. Go ahead, Dion.
Okay.
Just remember earlier, and I couldn't remember what it was. It just popped back in my head. I'm so sorry, y'all.
No, I'm glad to do it.
I'm so sorry. So what you can do is so that you can have free, because Antonio always tells us have low hanging fruit for our audience members, so that you can have like ebooks that they can always pick and choose from. What you can do is you can take, like, for all of those who have books or programs that you're doing, take the first section of your book and ask for like 5 ebook titles. So now you have ebooks that are aligned with your book and your brand, but you have the freemium stuff that you can give away to get the name, email address, and phone number, that situation. So that was the idea.
Hey, great idea. And I like that too. So I'm going to go back to products to come, Grace. But let's start here with so when I build a product, I'm going to name you the products to come. If you go, ooh, I want that one. Oh, I could use that one. It is because I've got, up to that point, 25 data points on you from what I have analyzed from my actual audience, from my insights, etc. Now I got 75 data points from my actual audience, which is different from my education audience. That's why I'm not using Mike and Julie. I'm using Olivia and Lucas. That's their names right here. Now what I do is you can come, let's go pick one of my books. Oh yeah, let me stop, because I have some ghost written books in here too. I don't need y'all to see. So hold on. Let me make sure. Books. Actually, no, this is perfect because I have AI cash flow in here. So I'm working on a book called AI cash flow. That is, y'all seeing way too much. I don't know if I want y'all to see this.
I mean, just go give us just a little sneak peek, just a little.
Okay. Yeah, but this is the stuff. Let me you shush. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna show it anyway. This is way too much, Grace. So I'm working a book called AI Cash Flow, which is probably my biggest and last finance book. Grace, if you don't mind, I know it's small. If you can read the thesis of the book, I want to actually make a better thesis. Let me look at.
All right. AI cash flow argues that individuals, regardless of their financial status, can harness the power of artificial intelligence, AI, to improve cash flow, increase wealth, and secure financial freedom. By comprehensively exploring the role of AI in personal finance, investment, and cash flow management, the book illustrates how AI can democratize financial growth and stability.
All right, what I see right here are things that's actually in the book. Some things I passed up on. I passed up on AI and layoff preparation didn't really fit in the book the way I wanted to. There's more. I'm not going to, like, I have like 300 ideas that I want to put in the book, but they're categorized succinctly in my head for a strategic manner. So if you see these are in the book. If they cross out, they're in the book. There's an outline below that I will not scroll to. Over my dead body will I do that. And then I'm still thinking about AI and navigating bankruptcy, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit, okay? We'll talk about it a little bit. AI cash flow stands for a few things that I will not mention here for right now. Well, maybe I will. Hold on.
I mean, you can't show us, and we see the dots in between cash flow. I mean, you know, we're all smart. We know that that's an acronym. Go and break down the acronym.
It is. Give me a second. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, see that outline code. Don't do that. And then I must got it somewhere else. Let me see. AI cash flow. I must have it somewhere else. I'm trying to give y'all information without giving y'all information. Oh, yes, I do. Okay, then. Looks like I have it in a shared folder. So AI cash flow comes with its own conference. Let's see. Okay, I'll show you everything, but not too much, but I'll show you everything. I'm showing you too much, but I'll show you everything. So here's the conference description. $299, $499, $999, and then all the stuff here. Prices are subject to change. Here's a conference description. And then I think, Grace, yes. So here's the thesis. I did work on a thesis. I knew I had a better thesis statement. I knew I was walking out there with that kind of crappy thesis statement, Grace. You know me, man. You know me, Grace. I can't be out there with that little trash thesis statement. Anyway, this is the thesis statement. Should you read this? So what you do, AI cash flow, AI stands for artificial intelligence, cash flow management, AI finance, AI and finance, strategies for increasing revenue with AI, harnessing AI for better investment and money management, future of AI finance and investment, leveraging AI for improved financial outcomes, opportunities to capitalize on AI for passive income generation, opportunities to capitalize, ways to make money for work for you with AI. That's what cash flow stands for. Let me stop this real quick because y'all knows it. Now, I've been working this for all year now, and I'm actually almost done. If I wasn't writing so many other books, I'd probably be finished with this. The reason why I have this book, this is part of my thing up here, right? If you look at my little thing, repaste without my little notes for the day, Grace, repaste them so everybody can see that this is on script. It says AI cash flow and resegregation, somewhere up there, like 34 points. What I'm doing is I'm stepping back. And if I declare this is legacy, life-changing, $100 million stream of income, it is released upon my name. If I deem it anything less than $100 million stream of income, it is going in my shop. Y'all should really pay attention.
Repeat that, please.
Yes, if I majorly, so we'll call it major release versus lead magnet release. This major release, lead magnet release. If I deem it to make me $100 million or more, it's a major release. If I deem it not to make $100 million or more, no worries. It might be, even if it's 99 million, Grace, it ain't good enough. It's lead magnet release. This is why when I have 300 by the end of this year products on my AntonioTSmithJr.com/shop, in my shop. Some of them would be free. Some of them would be $10, $5, etc. Because what am I worried about, Jerome? I said it very explicitly yesterday, controlling internet traffic. I said that. And last week I told y'all the reason I'm being so aggressive now is because I have no intentions on being caught up in the AI movement in a negative way. I know all that, well, if you want to be first on Google, and that's going away. I know that nobody on the planet has written a book, a conference, and started an entire movement to help the middle class use AI to increase their cash flow with a strong emphasis on creating passive income. Nobody's done it. Nobody's done it. And I know the people who want to do it don't have the capability to do it because they're not artificial intelligence engineers like myself. Therefore, AI cash flow is Antonio's version of 10X. Grant Cardone, 10X, 10X book, 10X workshop, etc. AI cash flow books, AI cash flow conferences, AI cash flow workshops, etc. This is mine. That's why it's so much work on it and blah, 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 blah. So AI cash flow is a movement. And this movement is about empowering a 90-year-old great grandfather to use AI to increase his passive income for the next 15 years he'll be on planet Earth. This is genuinely what I'm doing. Like, I'm literally thinking about 90-year-olds and then everybody else. But the emphasis is on 90-year-olds. But I'm gonna tell you why. Because ease. The more that I can explain this difficult thing for cash flow to a 90-year-old or a 5-year-old, the more money I'm going to make. Because remember, the smartphone is so complex that Grace, your grandmother, could have used it. She was like 102. It's just take a thumb. It just take a thumb. So how do we have a smart computer that takes a thumb? That's brilliant. That's how Steve Jobs changed the world, right? Brilliant. That's how Steve Jobs changed the world. Hold on, let me send this message. Boom. Okay. So that's that. Now forget the AI cash flow about it.
That was
Janice.
for Grace. You read that? God.
Could have. Yeah.
Embarrassed.
So, no. I didn't see anything.
That girl stuff.
Oh no, it didn't come over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought
No,
you said my
it,
name.
He didn't.
oh no.
He didn't see. He didn't see
It didn't
that.
come over here.
It's
It went to me.
nothing big, just, you know.
No, girl stuff. I got you. But Janice, forget AI cash flow. That's irrelevant. What's relevant here is I am separating things now, only doing major things. Remember I said yesterday, I said, so esoteric, WonderCon, and you got the tech side, you have Mexicon, and then I said, we didn't even talk about book shit, right? I said, we didn't even talk about book shit. So really it's four. You have the finance side, okay, finance side, fiction side, tech side, and then esoteric side. And that's it. I don't want nothing else, but they're all just for me, Jerome, never to look back at it. I don't want to look at it. It's just, ooh, there's that thing over there making me money. Everything okay over there, Grace? Okay, good. Well, we'll see y'all next time. This is the whole point. Okay. Well, actually, Grace will probably be Grace. While we out here drinking Mai Tais and stuff, can you make sure everything else is okay? I think that conversation is a little bit more accurate. Okay, she likes that one more accurate. There you go. She likes that one better. The reason why I'm giving this to you is because of the split that I have in my head. See, I used to have this rule: if it don't make you $1 million, don't build it, because it changes the vehicle. But now I'm thinking, if it doesn't generate $100 million, don't make a big deal of it. Just put it on your website, drive traffic to it. Why? because I want 300 something products on my website generating. I don't need them to generate a lot, don't you? I have no problem with 300 products generating $1,000 a piece a month. I have no problem with that. What is that, Grace? What's 300 times 1,000? What is that? It's a nice number.
300,000. 300,000.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with
Yes.
$300,000 a month. Okay, go ahead, Dale. I don't have a problem with $300,000 a month. Jerome don't got no problem with $300,000 a month. It's fine with this. I don't need it to be great. I just need it to be consistent. It's time for Adonia to have adonia.com/shop, and you buy everything from her. And then the major stuff you buy from Barnes and Noble and Starbucks and stuff like that. You need both. Jerome, can I tell you why you need both? Because if you have one product, you're going to eventually hate that product. Enmity, well, that's a big word. Friction is immediately going to happen at some point, because every successful business on the planet, Grace, that you look up to has more than one product. So you're not Amazon. Amazon just got Amazon with 1 trillion products on it. So you need that. Is this okay? You need that. You're going to need multiple products for multiple reasons. I'll spare you the psychological reasons how when somebody looks at Jerome, they want to say, oh man, he must be doing this thing. Look at this, all these things up here, versus, oh, okay, I won't come back to him no more. It is what it is. Imagine if Starbucks had one coffee. And then you even need seasonal products, don't you? Which brings me now to podcasts. Cell phone is a new TV, podcast, and new radio. Not the first time I've said that. I'm sure other people have said it too. Your podcast needs to become the radio station for your company. Write that down for me, Grace. Remember how we used to want to get back on a radio station back in the day? I was like, man, if I could just go on the radio station, I could reach more people. Yeah, well, you the radio station now. Podcast stands for iPod Radiocast, if you did not know. Podcast. That's the way Steve Jobs invented it. Well, your podcast should be pushing your product in a major way. I didn't think of it that way. Yes, you have your own radio station for your own conference. Because, as Gary Vee said, nobody's going to fall in love with your product more than you. I learned a great lesson last week. I finished a book last week. Can't tell you for whom. Absolutely can't tell you for whom. But I finished a book last week, Jerome, and I went back and I said, often when I finish a book, I'll go, yes, that's a masterpiece. When I finished this book, I said, this is the greatest written work I've ever done. And it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. This is the greatest written work I have ever done in my life. And it absolutely was not for me. And I don't feel bad about that, because this is a good story. And I remember sitting back going, I'm a bad man. When the greatest thing I've ever done went over there, and that sparked something in my head that wasn't there before. And I said to myself, even if they mess this book up, this release up, it's still going to sell. I think I should start competing against my greatest works. It's never been there before. It's never been in my head before. easy for y'all, not easy for me. I don't think like that. I don't think I'm always trying to be better than I was yesterday, but that's a different statement, Greg. Yeah, to help you understand the nerd stuff I'm saying, Janice, Picasso got like 500 paintings. You remember 3. Mozart did like 2,000 musical works. You remember 4. It's how genius works. Genius works, and let me put a bunch of stuff out until I accidentally tap into the ether and there's a genius masterpiece thing. That's really how genius works. But y'all are trying to make everything a masterpiece. But since I'm doing so much work for people, so much ghostwriting, what's happening is this law of numbers is working out for my benefit. So I end up polishing there, polishing here, and coming back to myself and go, oh my God, this is a masterpiece. Because I'm just using these numbers to my advantage by serving others, though. Maybe that's why I feel serving others makes you wealthy, because of the law of numbers, and you have a better chance of hitting your own masterpiece after you done served 100,000 people. Maybe. I don't know, and I don't need to know. I just know the greatest written work I've ever done in my life, I finished sometime like Saturday or Friday, something like that. And now in my head, I can't go down. It's impossible. Because anywhere you ever been, you can get back. So if you lost your mojo, you can get back to it. You just got to knock that stuff off you. But anywhere you've ever been, you can get back there. So this greatest work I've done, now I'm saying to myself, man, I need to write that. So what made this, it was unique, but it was the voice. It was the voice of the book and how it completely connected to the audience with every paragraph. It was almost as if Susan was doing a one-on-one heart-to-heart talk over some healthy greens and some red wine or something. And it was just one of those girl moments. Oh my God. And in the book was written, it wasn't even written in the male voice. It was written in the whole woman voice and blah, blah, blah. And it was completely empathetic and like, Jerome, we believe in you. And, all that stuff like that, right? It was incredible. If you read it, you'll never know I wrote it. You'll never know I wrote it. It's incredible. And now my brain says, I bet we do that again. I bet we do that again. Now imagine having that stretching of the mind and then doing a radio show about it. I'm going somewhere. Keep walking with me. See, when I just described that, and it was like, man, yeah, can't nobody do that better than you on your own podcast. I can give you the inner insights of how I was thinking, what I was thinking. And Grace, I could do it so cold. And I go, but I can't tell you who it is. It's a famous person. I can't tell you who it is. And now it makes you want to know who it is. Now you're going to be looking at books all out. I bet this is the one. This is the one. And that all came from the podcast. Your podcast needs to be your radio station. Should you have more than one podcast? Sure. Do you need more than one podcast? No. Right now, I've got 2 main ones. I got the Law of Attraction and I got the Secret to Success. Most of the stuff I do is going to Secret to Success. Y'all just going to have to eat that because I do a lot of things. It's on this one podcast. I don't have time for that. It's what it is. Deanna's going to edit her podcast. It's going to have pretty music behind it. And it's going to have unicorns floating over, some octaves and all sorts of stuff. I'm just going to throw it out there. I don't have time. I don't have time to edit my stuff. So anybody listen to me is listening to Raw Antonio, which is the only people who follow me in the first place. So it's not that big of a stretch. So should you put music behind your stuff? Sure you should. Should you create the intro and the outro? Sure you should. Is Adonia going to do that? You bet your bottom dollar, Adonia. The way she dressed is the way her podcast is going to be dressed up. Please get it not twisted. She is not going to just record and jump out there. That ain't going to happen. Either way is perfect. But what's more perfect is that the commercials are yours about your book, your conference, and that when it's time for your conference to come out, you have these seasonal episodes talking about the events. We all know Christmas is coming. You should already be producing your Christmas episode and your Thanksgiving episodes. I'm Jehovah's Witness. I don't celebrate that. Somebody listening to you does. Let me get more real here. There's somebody that I hang out with way too much. It's business related, therefore it's okay. And they're nice, but if I tell you they are a flaming Trump supporter, and this is like, I mean, flaming Trump supporter. I'm talking about flies the flag that says F Biden on the back of the truck. And it has a huge pickup truck, by the way. And they black, by the way. I mean, this is a black person. So this is like even more weirder. This is a black person, F Biden flag. I voted for Trump and you freaking libtards. And I don't care because I can relate to anybody. I can relate to anybody. I can relate to anybody because this is money. You're a person. I don't have a problem. And if I tell y'all, if I did a podcast with this person right now, it would be amazing because you couldn't get more oil and water if you tried. There is nothing that me and this person have in common whatsoever, but that person don't know it. That person thinks I'm amazing because it's not hard to find stuff in common with people when you only got 3 things you care about, Jerome. I only got 3 things. I'm pretty lucid here. I can bend any way that I've been. I don't have all these standards y'all have. And that brings me back to the podcast. Your podcast is not for you. It's for all those people that voted for Trump and voted for Biden who will never get along until they listen to your podcast. This is what it's about. How can you promote your own stuff? Promote your own stuff. I was talking to the person. I was like, "Oh my God, you are a flaming Republican." I was like, "Okay, I see it." You know, because I'm neither. Which one are you then? I'm like, I'm neither. I don't care about either one of them. They're not a Republican. They're a Trump supporter. That's a different kind of Republican. It's not a Republican. And I want to, and I'm not saying anything bad about being a Trump voter, but I am going to defend Republicans real quick. A Republican who voted for Trump may still be Republican as that was a Republican candidate. A Trump Republican is not a Republican. That is a straight civil war happening in that party. That is not a Republican. That's not even a libertarian. They're worse than libertarians. And I didn't even think that was possible, Phil, that you could get more right-leaning than libertarians. They're way more right-leaning than libertarians. That's not a Republican. That's somebody disguised as a Republican. That's not a Republican at all. Go ahead, Susan.
Did you see the debate last night?
No, and I'm going to watch the replay.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I'm going to watch the replay. I know he missed it, and everybody else, got it. I wanted to watch it just because he was going to miss it. I wanted to see who was going to take advantage of that, and I missed it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go back and watch it for sure. Go ahead, Phil.
And on the other side of the coin, if you want to watch a show from last night that was absolutely spectacular, was Carol Burnett's 90th birthday party.
Oh, that is the other side.
Anybody else see it? Anybody else see it? It was incredible.
Okay, we'll pull up both of those right now.
It was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I'll pull up both of them right now.
Her 90th birthday party. What a great lady. What a class act.
Right here. I see it right here. 90th birthday special. Got it. Hour and 24 minutes. Laughter and love. Got the full show right here. I'll even share with y'all in the chat. Got it pulled up right
Yeah,
there.
it came on NBC, I think.
Yep, NBC. NBC. Grace, you old? Yeah, NBC. Then I'm gonna put up the debate as well. I'm watching both.
Antonio, on that show that I had mentioned to you to watch, they have Carol Burnett on one of the talk shows in her beginning times. And it was really amazing to see her then and how far she removed actually from that, developed and moved from that.
Yeah, see, I definitely got to check it out. Republican debate and Trump and Tucker Carlson video. Okay, I'm not going to watch that part. They're like, was the debate just 56 minutes? Was it really? Yes. I'll find out. I'll watch them all.
That was plenty before they killed each other.
Definitely going to watch it for sure. I'm definitely gonna watch it because I brought it as soon as I saw that he was gonna miss it. I knew somebody smelled blood in the water. I knew it. I absolutely knew it. I said I got to get it because that's what I would have did. That's exactly what I would have did. If I make my living with hot one-liners and telling you this guy's gonna kill everybody, vote for me. I got blood in the water. Trump is the only person who would have outwitted me. Now that he's not there, I would have went up there to try to steal his fan base. Absolutely, I would have. That's exactly what I would have did. It's complete war strategy. I would have did it. How can I keep my fan base while stealing his? Absolutely, I would have did that. That's exactly what I would have did. Anywho, Janice, you need your own podcast. It is vital. But I don't mean you just need a podcast just to have a podcast. And if your podcast is not active, nobody cares. It's okay. That's not even a problem. It's genuinely not a problem because nobody was looking for your podcast anyway. This is a great time now for you to start. And we have this thing about being behind that really genuinely makes no sense. Let me give you a strategy. I mean, if you're just starting off and if you're relaunching your podcast because stagnant, I've done it. I've had to do it multiple times. It's the same strategy. You get yourself 32 episodes. Everybody write this down. Get 32 episodes. From those 32 episodes, you're going to release those episodes every day. Every day. And Red Circle, if you got Red Circle, it actually lets you schedule these. So it's not really a problem. You can schedule uploads, right, Deanna? Yeah,
yes,
you can schedule uploads. It'll be released on its own. From those 32 podcast episodes, you're going to write 5 blogs a piece from those episodes. Luckily for you, you don't have to write anymore, Jerome. ChatGPT will do it for you. I said 32 episodes. And then I said 5 blogs. Then what you're going to do, Janice, you're going to make sure that all 32 episodes have great show notes. You don't have to do that no more. You just, I don't know, I give you a couple options. You can transcribe it, say, grab me show notes out of this. If you went from an article or one of your teachings, you can say, hey, here's what I'm talking about. Write me a show note about this on this particular podcast. Here's the host. Here's the name of the episode. And you can get it. Like, you don't have to do anything no more because AI would do it for you. It's just okay. You don't have to do anything anymore. This used to be hard work. It's not hard work anymore. But the deal is, though, there's something called the hedonic treadmill. It's when Jerome wins, it's like, oh my God, I'm so happy. And then over time, and then it don't take long, like a week, Jerome goes, oh man, I'm used to this now. You know, you get your new car, it's like, oh my God, this new car is amazing. And then a year from now, you're like, stupid car. This is what we do as humans. This is what we do as humans. When ChatGPT first came, when we started teaching about it in January, you're like, oh my God, it's so amazing, able to do everything. Now that it's been here for a little bit, you're like, it's a lot of hard work. No, it ain't. It's not hard work. That's the hedonic treadmill kicking you in the behind. It's not hard work. It's not hard work. Ooh, Grace, I just realized you told me 11 o'clock. Okay, we gotta make phone calls. We sure enough ain't gonna have a long call then. We gotta make phone calls. But go ahead, Grace.
Ron asked in the chat, video or audio podcast?
Oh, this is a good question. Now, assumption was all this is audio, but if you want to do video, then you can put all that on YouTube as well. Same energy. You put it on YouTube as well. Your page, your Facebook, your LinkedIn's, etc. Now, what you're going to do is you got 5 podcast blogs about that particular podcast. In that blog, you're going to, at the bottom of that blog, you're going to link to the podcast episode. Well, actually, just link it to the podcast.
And how many do we do per podcast episode again?
5. And you're going to link it to the podcast unless you're doing it once a day. If you're scheduling it, you might not have the actual link to your show. So just link it to the podcast. Just link it to the podcast. This sounds like a lot of work. It's not. You can pump out. Matter of fact, ever since I said do 5 blogs, you would have been done with 3 already. If you're using GPT Turbo 3, you'd already been done with 5. In the 5 minutes I said to do so, you would have been done already with 5 blogs. You would have been done. It's really not that hard. Not anymore. I don't mean that to be condescending. I mean, you live in such a great time. Okay, so I just answered the wrong question. Okay, thank you. You live in such a great time where we can leverage these things near perfectly. Okay, fantastic. Now you got 32 blogs, 32 podcasts, and 5 blogs. You're gonna post these every day. You're gonna go to something like Hero Post, Hootsuite, whatever you have, and you're gonna schedule all these things. That's gonna be 1 post a day for your podcast and 5 blogs a day for your podcast. That's 6 posts a day. But guess what, Jerome? Everybody you love or everybody who love you ain't logging on today. No worries. So you're gonna schedule in frequency those 6 posts a day once a month. Then they're gonna play once a month. That means, Janice, you're gonna take every blog, you're gonna post it 1 time a month for 12 months. That means over the course of the year, you would have posted about the same podcast 12 times. And you would have posted 12 times 5, 60 blogs about that 1 podcast throughout the year. But you got this 32. So the math works out like this, Grace. Do me a favor, Grace. Show you calculator on the screen. This is where we do that math in school that you hated. This is where you go 32 times 6 times 1 times, like this is where you do that math. Grace, 32 times 5. And then I said 32 times 5, that's the 5 blogs, times 12. And of course, the times 1 is automatically understood. 1,920 posts. Stop right there, Grace. It's 1,920 posts that you would be doing for your podcast. How can anybody beat Adonia when she's posting 2,000 times a year on 1 podcast? It's only 365 days. She's running laps around people. 2,000. So what is that? That's 3.5 times that goes into 2,000, Grace. 360, like 1 year worth of posts. 365 goes into 1920. About 3.5 times. 3.67. Do it for me. Do it on a calculator. Let me say it's like 3.78. Is that it? 5 times? Okay. Or did you do it backwards? Okay, so 5 times. I was wrong. Okay.
So 1920 divided by 365?
Yeah. Yeah, 5 times. All right. That's 5 times. She's doing in 1 year, she's living 5 years, 5.2 years of promotion every year. How can you not be the number one leader in your field? If every year you live in 5 years, how can you not be the number one leader in your field? That's how you restart your podcast. That's how you launch your podcast. That was worth everything. That's how you restart it. That's how you relaunch it. You do 5 years worth of work in 1 year. And that 5 years worth of work with artificial intelligence would take you 3 hours sitting still. Sitting still 3 hours. And you say, well, Antonio, I don't want to sit and record all day. Okay, don't. Record you 2 hours, split up into 15-minute blocks. That's 8 episodes for every 2 hours. Now you 25% done to 32. Go ahead, Neon.
So did you say direct in the blog, put the link to direct them back to the episode itself, or just the podcast in general?
I said both. It just depends, because I don't know if you schedule the podcast. I don't know if it's going to actually give you a real link. If it does, then use that real link. That'll be better. But if it doesn't, I don't want you to be discouraged. Just push people to your podcast. Let's push people to your podcast.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Because your podcast link isn't going to change.
Note taken.
Yeah, that's okay. So I just want to say a few more things. It's a Larry verse. I keep trying to get that, Grace. Profit. Okay. So Profit Powerhouse. This is for Adonia, Melissa, Phil and Susan. Deanna, you're gonna need to do this. You have no choice. And Jerome and Trinace. So I wanted to put out something on my shop that was so magnanimous that it caused an issue. And I was asking myself, okay, how can I really inconvenience myself, but it's worth it? And I had Deanna do a graphic for me yesterday. So here's Profit Powerhouse. It's a groundbreaking masterclass, obviously, and it has these 10 things inside of it. Remember that 10 ways to boost your cash flow right now, Grace? Remember that?
Yes.
And then cash flow blueprint, cash flow mastery workbook, etc. Now, I don't want you to think it just comes with these 10 things. These are the 10 major categories, because each 10 of these things have 10 things inside of them. So it looks more like this. I'm gonna make this the last thing I talk about, and then I'll just pick up tomorrow. Grace, save that little thing I got. You keep pasting. Save that for me. And then just repost it tomorrow, because I'm gonna pick it right here. You should not be seeing this, okay? You should not be seeing this. I'm making sure it costs $3,000. And I got it up here for $29.97. I might make that $19.97. This is on purpose. That's right now, this is a 99% discount. I may make it, you know what? I am going to make it 19. I'll keep going back and forth. This is what Deanna made the graphic out of. Right here, these 10 things. Then it's going to start over right here, Grace, as number 1. So now, see this, Grace? 10 ways to boost your cash flow. And then right here, yep. Number 1, 10 ways. So it's a detailed ebook. And here's every single thing in here, Grace. Power mindset shift, cash flow analysis mastery, creating a value-driven sales funnel, negotiation ninja, ultimate pricing strategy, innovative income streams, customer retention mastery, high impact marketing strategies, financial leverage blueprint, risk management, and growth optimization. So just to give you an idea, each one of them is like that. There's this 10 thing, but then they have these 10 master classes inside of them. Antonio.
Idea too.
Good. I'm hoping I do. This is Phil, if I tell you how inconvenient this is, it is incredibly inconvenient for me to do this. It takes too much time, and my ego is in a way drunk, and I'm like, man, this is so good. I'll release this for sale right now. I mean, Amazon. Like every time I do something, I'm like, man, I can make a cold 6 figures off of this real quick. You got me messed up. Stuff like that. But when I have an agenda as usual. I'm attempting to figure out how can I, it's definitely, it's going on, this is going on the shop. This is one of the products on the shop. This is going on the shop page. And what I'm trying to do is 2 things. I needed something to make my shop prestigious. You know, some of the things there, everything there is great, but I needed something that people go, man, I gotta tell my buddy at work about this. You know, like that's when you're on to something, when people share your stuff in emails at work. This is when you're on to something. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. That's my number 2 agenda. My number 1 agenda, Grace, is I want 100,000 people coming to that shop tab alone. It's not that I want them on the shop tab. It's not what I want. What I really want is to monitor who is clicking extra buttons. These are the people I'm trying to target. It's real slick. It's not, am I going to make money? Yes. The Grace, what I'm really trying to identify is Lucas and Olivia, because they're going to click extra buttons. They're going to go to the shop and go, huh, what else he got on here? And these are the people I'm looking at. What else he got on here? And if you pay very close attention to my website, it's really unfair how strategic I'm being. Because Grace, my website don't mention nothing on the homepage about business, sales, marketing, and finance, and I don't want it to. I don't want it to at all. What it mentions is tour and fiction books. That's what it mentions. This is what's mentioned. You want the books? Go here, social media, tour, and then exclusive events. And I haven't figured out a picture for this yet, so I will. This is what it is. Yeah, go ahead, Deanna, because I'm being real slick.
Okay, so paying attention to, okay. I had a conversation with Grace the other day. So you got me all the way messed up.
Good, you should.
Because
hold on, D. Whoa. I'm Kanye. I'm gonna let you finish. Well, hold on. She just brought it to my attention. She said, your competition has one up on you. I was like, what are you talking about? And she told me. I was like, oh.
You caught it.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so y'all, both of y'all explain to us now so we can get it.
So
well, you have
go ahead.
You have one up on me on sales because Miss Janice has bought a ticket to the conference.
Shame on you for being behind. Shame on you for being behind.
Right.
Shame on you.
Right.
Me and Grace competing. Me and Grace competing.
Okay. Okay. So with that, so with that being said, because the thing was, if we want to be the best at what we do, compete with the best at what we do. So with Grace, it's sales, but for me, it's branding, and it's not a competition as in I'm better than him. It's a competition as he got me messed up. He got his store up and 3 products on his store, and I ain't even got my damn website organized. I got fake blog, I got stand-in blogs still up there, and not real blogs, and people commenting on the stand-in blogs. Okay.
So I'm gonna say 2 things here. Hopefully I hear this. 1, Deanna, I'm not gonna let you outbrand me. It ain't gonna happen.
I know. So as long as you're my competitor in this, I'm gonna always be growing.
Grace, I ain't gonna let you outsell me. It ain't gonna happen. This has nothing to do with me being good. Jerome, they got me messed up. The idea of me letting my 14-year-old beat me in basketball is asinine. I ain't doing it. That's not what happened when we on the court. I be D'ing them up. And I talk smack. Y'all gonna let this old man? Y'all gonna let this old man? My ankles don't even work, and I'm doing y'all in. I give it to him hard. I give it to him. I'm competitive. When I go use the restroom, when I do a number one in the restroom, I flush the toilet before I'm done as to time it very efficiently because I don't want to waste 3 seconds in the restroom. I'm ready to go kill something. This is 100% facts. I am just that guy.
That's too much information.
Well, you know what? Sometimes that happens. You know, I have no filter. If you look at my page, Deanna, it is clear what I want to do with my life. It's here. It's here. It is in world hunger, blah, blah, blah. And look, the first thing you say is get tickets now. Get tickets to what? It's obviously a tour. If I click this button, it's going to take you to a tour. You see it? A tour. Now, hit back real quick. So click here now. I mean, I'm telling you what I want. What I want you is I want you in person. I want you on tour with me. In the meantime, here's these fiction books. I got you, Deanna. In the meantime, here's what I want you on the social media. I want you, this might be Rhino Leg CRM now that I think about it. I might change it to Rhino Leg. But if I come here, it's exclusive events y'all don't know nothing about yet. So right here, if I click this, it takes you to exclusive events that's only on Oliver. I mean, whatever. Then if you want to listen to me, hey, y'all stay here real quick and just listen. See you at work. Here's some stuff. Let me like, this is some stuff.
Congratulations, humans. You're alive.
Grace?
It means
can you hear it?
It's another day's journey.
It's whole entertainment right here.
Yes.
And then what you want? You want to listen to me on Amazon, Apple, Google Play? What you want right here? I'm so grateful that you have gotten my. It don't matter. You want to watch a video? It don't matter, Jerome. But look, latest books. I should probably turn to the latest blogs. Here's the latest blogs. Grace, Deanna, tell them what I was doing on the plane. What was I doing?
Blog.
Listening to
and schedule and post for me to schedule.
How many blogs did I send y'all on the plane for you to schedule?
It was between 4 and 8. I can't.
It's like 4 and 8. I remember it was somewhere. I was trying to get to 8. I'm on the plane, and when I did, Jerome, and I got both my phone. But since I got a little status, I can get into the in-flight, Wi-Fi. So I can update my website from my phone now. I got WordPress. I update my website from my phone. I used to worry about pictures, man. Forget all the pictures and stuff, son. What we finna write these blogs while we on this plane, because now I got Grace. Tell them how I have you posting these blogs. We getting ready to end, but I need y'all. I'm trying to give you this information.
I'm posting scheduling a post for the blog once every 60 days for 2 years.
Say it again, Grace. They say it again, Grace.
Scheduling the blogs to post once every 60 days for 2 years.
Once every 60 days for 2 years, what you telling me, Grace? So what you telling me is that I got these blogs going once every 2 months for 2 years. Yep. And what's the last, can you tell me what blog I told you that I wanted to do? Like how many blogs I wanted to send to you?
I think you said 8 a day.
Do you remember the total?
Total. Wait. Hold on. It's like 1,000?
Yeah, I want to have like 1,000 blogs up. Just running out there. I want to have 1,000 blogs up. Just running out there. See, let me move this thing out the way real quick. Meeting controls. So right now, I just literally saw that I didn't have this button working. If you're not, especially you, Dion, because you are the branding expert. If you are not, see now, full library is going to take you to the full library of blogs. Now it's going to work. Latest books, latest blogs. Bam. Easy. Update. I want you to see y'all. I want y'all to see, but it's for the update in a second. I want you to see. I have edited this page 963 times. Now 64. I'm sure it's going to say 64. 64. You can see all of them right here. Look, you can see all of them right here. 64, 64, 64. I'm not playing no games. If you look at the homepage, it has nothing to do with this business, sales, marketing. But here's the deal: is I give all the way for free now, or at a freemium, a very small cost. It's traffic I want. It's traffic. It's traffic that I want. Because once you control internet traffic, you cannot be stopped. Everybody buys your stuff when you control internet traffic. And that's, I'm going to pick up tomorrow. Let me give you what I think you should have caught. Tomorrow, I'm going to show y'all how. Actually, I'm going to do one more thing, but I'm going to wrap it up in these things. These products got away from it. Products, move. There we go. Products to come. Where you at? Is it? Nope, that's round leg. I'll make this go faster. Products to come. I know where it's at. Bam, bam. Products. Oh no, I was in the same spot. I'm tripping. Okay. Products to come. So if this sounds like it's for you, it's because it is, Jerome, because I have you in data points written down very well. So I'm just going to scroll. And this is all the products that I have to come just for some, just some awesome stuff, but not just there. This one is here, but you haven't seen yet. And then if I come to, where is it? I had to get off of that. Okay. If I come to, if I go to the lead magnets, that's where it is. That's where it is. If I go to the, I got products all over the place. If I go to the avatars, then I go to their particular folder. There we go. If I go to their particular folder, well, here we are. So here's Olivia. Here's her data points. But if I come to leads, nope, not that. Don't want to do that. Sorry. If I come to somewhere down here, oh, blog topics. So I got blog topics that I can write. You see, I've already done these, Grace. I got blog topics. And if I come to other places, I'm not sure where, but one of these, it gives me another 200 things. Then, Grace, if I come to my documents folder, and then I go to one particular thing in, here we go, right here. Then what I have, Grace, is another 160 products y'all don't know nothing about because I haven't said anything about it. This is scenarios for multiple streams of income, but this is only for Antonio on the tech side of things. And I have 160 products, Jerome. 160 products, okay? 160 products that I'm going to build sometime in the near future. I'm going to build those sometime in the near future. I got like 1,000 products and different things that I've just been working on. And I'm doing this in between writing books, in between doing this, in between doing that, in between. I have genuinely, I think I've completed, it's only like 8 books left. No, it ain't 8, but it's like 4 or 5 books left. I've completed maybe 30 books this year. I kid you not. Like, that's not even, Grace, how far off am I? Like, I've completed, if it ain't 30, it's 27. Like, it's not, like, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating. If it ain't 30, it's 27. And these are 40,000 words or more, plus flying all over the place doing something. I'm consistently working. And I'm trying to tell you about my work set, my work mindset. I'm trying to tell you about what I plan on. I am willing to just travel the world and write. That's it, Jerome. I ain't trying to do nothing else. If I got to work for money, I'm having a problem with it. because starting Monday, if I teach or something, whenever I come back, I want to start talking about indestructible income, because that's what my mindset is. That's what my mindset is. Indestructible income. And as far as me, I only think one place in the world has indestructible income, and that's real estate. But I'll let y'all decide on your own. But as for me, all these streams and everything I'm doing is to build indestructible income, income that cannot be taken away for no reason at all. This is what all this is about for me. This is why I'm taking my time with things. I'm not taking my time, but this is why I'm being far more strategic than I have been in the past. So if you're Phil, Susan, Janice, Jerome, y'all can expect stuff nearly ASAP. Janice, we'll switch our call on the phone because me and Grace got to go sell. So instead of being on Zoom, we'll be on the phone. I just got a couple questions. That's it. It'll be short. I just got a couple questions, and then we'll do something online about your website thingy or whatever. I also need to know your book with Melissa, because that's what's stopping the other thing you're trying to do. I just need that link for the other thing. That's it. As far as the other stuff, I'm compiling stuff and all stuff like that. If I wanted you to catch something, Ron, it is there needs to be some sort of extreme written down plan that not just you're wishing for, that you're literally going and highlighting and going to edit and then hitting strike through. Like, I am done with this now. I don't care if you call it a to-do list, Jerome. Don't matter to me. Whatever you want to call it, please call it, sir, whatever thou need to call it. But you need to be crossing stuff out. Today, I got a goal of getting 10 blogs done. I don't care if people read them, because they will read them over time. That's why I am saying once every 60 days for 2 years. I don't care if you read them. Grace, give me 90 seconds. I only care that every time you log on, I'm in your face. This is my number one goal. In order for me to build an indestructible income, I need to get a lot of income to put it into the indestructible places that I deem to be indestructible. I don't deem to be indestructible. They have proven throughout the history of mankind to be indestructible. I need every single time you log on to see me. I do. I need that. I may find a very long video. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a very long video today. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it right now. Now that I think about it. Let me hook up my stuff right now. While me and Grace go on sale, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little video, and I'm gonna have that going live while me and Grace sell it. I can't be taken off, Jerome. You understand? You can't be taken off. I need a 6-hour video playing while me and Grace competing with each other. I ain't joking. And I need blogs being posted and being posted and being posted. I genuinely post. I'm gonna show you where I'm at. Now, what you do with this is on you. I'm still within my 90 seconds. You're fantastically grown. And there are no mistakes. You can't possibly do anything wrong. It's impossible. It's impossible. Deanna, we talking to you about this branding stuff though, yes? Okay. What is this? So in the last 30 days, I have posted 398 successful times. And I find this offensive. You're not. I am offended. This should be 398 per day. I feel as if I'm robbing God, Jerome. 398 posts. Shame on me. Grace, do 398 divided by 30 real quick, because this is offensive. I'm embarrassed. 12 posts. You ain't got to do it, Grace. It's right here. 12. Look at this. Okay, I wouldn't plan on August 30th though. Okay, you see, I got my stuff back together, Grace. You see, I'm back on my grind. 30. I'm trying to get to look at this. Look at this trash. 10 a day. 15, 13, 10. How dare I? You know how many times I sin a day? I sin more than this. I sin more than 7 times a day, Jerome. I'm literally doing more for Satan than I'm doing for my brand. Made sense to me, Janice. Made sense to me. Okay, made
You
sense
just
to
said
me.
a lot right there. You just, that's all I'm gonna say. A to the what?
Made sense to me, Grace. I can't be. I need to be outworking Satan. You understand? For my brand needs. I need to have more posts than I have sins. There's a good standard, Jerome. How about that? There's a good standard. I need to have more posts than I have sins. I'm trying to get to 100 a day. And when I get to 100 a day, I'm still going to be offended. I won't be satisfied until I get to 1,000 posts a day, and 900 of them are only value. Only value. That's it. Then catch me in 5 years. We're gonna have a whole different conversation. I used up my 90 seconds. I sure appreciate y'all. We'll continue to actually we got something tonight too, right? Is this Thursday? Okay, so we'll continue Thursday with Pathbender, which is a doozy of a class. A doozy of a class. Well, you know, you can blame awareness. There it is. If you got any questions, just throw them into some email or something, and I'll pick them up tomorrow. Grace, remember to save that thingy there, and we'll go from there. You can't play better. You can't dominate. Love everybody. We appreciate you very much.
Love you more.
Love you more.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one.